at your weakest.
And fear and doubt are a burden too heavy to bear.
Remember this. You are not alone.
Forget your old-school pixels and retro polygons. Today's gaming scene is stacked with modern marvels that'll absolutely wreck your free time in the best way. In this epic countdown of the 15 best new school games you must play once, we're diving into the wildest, weirdest, and most wonderful hits of recent years. Games that'll mess with your brain, crush your soul, or give you that sweet, sweet endorphin rush. If you're into multiverse madness, post-apocalyptic drama, magical school fights, or cosmic sandbox chaos, this list is your official passport to next-gen greatness. Let's boot up, lock in, and get weird.
Calm and reasonable person. Are you? A calm and reasonable person.
God of War Ragnarök. A storm of gods, monsters, and deeply repressed dad emotions will erupt the moment our favourite grumpy ghost of Sparta and his now slightly taller boy takes centre stage again. The fate of 9 realms will hang by the thread of a prophecy, and the guy who once bodied Zeus is now contemplating parenthood and fate like he's in a Norse therapy session. But don't worry, he'll still be throwing axes with the force of a frosty sledgehammer and swinging fiery chains like he's auditioning for Hell's Cirque du Soleil. You'll bounce between snowy fjords, hellish underworlds, and celestial realms while cracking skulls, solving puzzles that make you feel clever for a second, and yelling at overly helpful NPCs to stop spoiling the solutions. Combat will evolve into a full-on ballet of brutality, with a shiny new spear and versatile shields letting you mix finesse with pure rage. For the first time, you'll even play as the kid who's finally outgrown his read the lore phase and will be going full shape-shifting beast boy.
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
They will fight.
Elden Ring. A golden tree's shadow will stretch across a land soaked in ash, ambition, and an absolutely disrespectful number of boss fights. Players will once again rise, tarnished and brave, only to immediately get drop-kicked by something twice their size with a name like Godskin Tooth Collector. But that's the joy. You'll know pain, glory, and probably the inside of a poisoned swamp again. Your character? A beautiful disaster. You'll craft builds so ridiculous they'll either break the game or get you broken. Want to be a moon-shooting wizard with 6-foot antlers and a dagger obsession? Go for it. Prefer to cosplay as a medieval Beyblade with dual scythes and a death wish? Absolutely on brand. This time around, you'll dive even deeper into a land fractured by divine drama, built from George R.R. Martin's darkest bedtime stories. You'll explore deadly new realms, where dragons probably bench press castles and secret paths exist just to mock your spatial awareness. With co-op, PvP, and surprise invasions, you won't just suffer alone. Friends and random sadists will be right there with you.
I'm sure. Miles, this is crazy!
We call it a symbiote, and it chose you.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2. As chaos bubbles up from the shadows, thanks to a walking gym ad named Craven and a goo monster with attachment issues, you'll flip back and forth between Peter and Miles like a spider-themed tag team, dishing out justice, quips, and signature aerial beatdowns. You'll zip across Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens using slick new web wings that'll make you question why the subway even exists. And when things go sideways, which they will, you'll discover gadgets that turn stealth into a high-stakes puzzle and combat into symphonic mayhem. Want to yank a bunch of bad guys into a choke point and quietly ruin their day? Yup, there's a web mod for that. But wait, things will get weird. Peter will bond with a certain black, oozy friend and suddenly trade his polite punches for terrifying tendril takedowns. Miles will cook up shocking new tricks too, and the shared skill tree will make them feel like the ultimate tag team. Plus, emotional gut punches. Oh, they'll come flying in faster than a thrown manhole cover. This one will web your heart and suplex your soul. Gran Turismo 7. A well-lit dashboard, tyres screaming in 4K, and your DualSense controller might just become your new driving instructor / emotional support device. This won't be just a racing sim. It'll be a love letter to gearheads, espresso sippers, and anyone who's ever named their car. From the first ignition, you'll grind through the cafe's menu books like a Michelin-starred racer in training, unlocking features, car classes, and existential dread when you realize you still need that one last gold medal. You'll return to iconic tracks like Trial Mountain and High Speed Ring, this time looking photorealistic enough to fool actual drivers. Expect dynamic weather to go full drama queen mid-race, with dry asphalt turning into slip and slide conditions because you didn't check the cloud patterns like a true GT nerd. Tuning shops, license tests, and classic cars will all make comebacks, like reunion guests that suddenly demand perfection.
Here we go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Resident Evil 4 Remake. You'll step back into the very fashionable boots of Leon S. Kennedy, whose hair will remain perfectly swooped even as chaos unfolds around him. His mission? Rescue the president's daughter. What will he get instead? Plagas-infested villages, relentless horror, and a small army of robed lunatics who think chanting is a combat strategy. You'll be pulling off slick roundhouse kicks and over-the-shoulder headshots in revamped third-person glory, with modern controls and a storyline sharper than Leon's knife. And once you've fought your way through every shriek and shriveled monster, things will get even messier, because Ada Wong's sneaky little side campaign will kick in with separate ways, giving you a whole new perspective and a whole lot of unanswered questions.
Join the Helldivers.
Helldivers 2. A galaxy teetering on the edge of chaos will need heroes with big guns, bigger explosions, and the biggest love for liberty. You'll suit up as one of Super Earth's finest in the most absurdly patriotic war this side of the stars, dropping into hostile planets like a democracy-delivering meteor. Expect to die. A lot, but gloriously. Squads of 4 will be your lifeline, unless Jerry accidentally drops an airstrike on you again. Friendly fire will be part of the charm and the chaos, as you execute missions ranging from bug-busting infestations to full-blown robotic insurrections. You'll call in stratagems like laser turrets, orbital bombardments, or exosuits that make you feel like a walking war crime. Between missions, you'll collect requisition points like their coupons at a space Costco, cashing them in for glorious gear, armor, and ship upgrades. Whether you choose stealth, scorched earth, or oops, I hit the nuke tactics, you'll bring freedom your way.
Professor Weasley! We don't know what magic caused this.
Hogwarts Legacy. Enter Hogwarts, but not as a fresh-faced first year, but as the mysterious new fifth year with ancient magical powers and zero chill. Your classmates? Suspicious. Your professors? Mostly helpful. The vibe? Somewhere between enchanted and why is that troll attacking a candy shop? You'll mix potions, master spells, explore creepy forbidden zones, and try not to scream when the statues start whispering. Flying on broomsticks? Absolutely. Taming magical beasts? Yup. Including puffskeins that look like hairy potatoes, and thestrals that practically scream goth horse energy. Your combat style will evolve from wand flailing to tactical wizard beatdowns with combos so flashy they might violate the statute of secrecy. The world will stretch beyond the castle walls into Hogsmeade, spooky forests, and ancient ruins filled with secrets. Your choices will shape friendships with quirky students, and your decisions will steer a centuries-old conflict involving goblins, dark wizards, and enough pensive memories to warrant therapy.
Like the night I killed your father. You want revenge? Show me.
Sifu. A throat will be slit, a life will restart, and revenge will aid you, literally. You'll step into the shoes of a martial artist out for blood after watching their father get heart-punched to death, and then getting personally murdered as a childhood bonus round. But thanks to a mystical talisman, death won't be the end. It'll just come with wrinkles, less HP, and a serious midlife crisis. You'll deliver fists of fury across nightclubs, museums, and opulent towers, battling enemies who never seem to skip leg day. Every hit will feel like poetry in motion, if poetry involved bone-cracking takedowns and flying broomsticks. As you die and rise older, your attacks will get deadlier, while your health bar gets trimmed like your youth. Go full John Wick in a hallway, or opt for a parry-heavy dance of precision. It's all about how gracefully you can not die. As you track down each of the 5 murderers, you'll uncover secrets, unlock shortcuts, and practice at your wuguan like it's a kung fu groundhog day. Spare your foes, and you'll earn enlightenment. Slay them all, and you'll loop forever in an endless combo of guilt and regret. Age will be just a number, until it's game over. The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. A missing princess, a shattered sword, and a hero with a glowing robo-arm leaping between floating islands and pitch-black caves like a Hylian Spider-Man with a DIY addiction. The kingdom won't just need saving, it'll need engineering, spelunking, and maybe a flying rocket sled made out of fans' wheels and sheer stubbornness. You'll soar, dive, fuse, and build your way across a revamped Hyrule, where gravity's more of a suggestion. Expect to wield a stick fused with a boulder 1 minute and ascend through a mountain the next, all while piecing together the tragic, twisty mystery of Zelda's time-hopping dragon arc. Meanwhile, Ganondorf will return looking like an undead warlord, sponsored by an eyeliner brand, and gloom will spread like a bad mood in Monday's weather report. With new powers like Ultra Hand, Fuse, Ascend, and Recall, you'll MacGyver your way through temples, terrain, and terrifying boss fights. Whether it's crafting makeshift airships or solving shrine puzzles with bananas and physics, your creativity will be your strongest spell.
Someone once told me that the strength to stand alone.
Horizon Forbidden West. As the Red Plague eats the world alive, your heroic redhead will be back at it again, dodging machine tigers, solving pre-apocalyptic tech puzzles, and rolling her eyes at humanity's worst instinct. You'll venture far beyond what was left behind in the old world, into the Forbidden West, where flamingos fly above ruined Vegas, and giant snakes spit acid just for fun. You'll dive into sunken ruins with a fancy breathing mask, override thunder-spitting robo-elephants, and glide off mountains with your sci-fi umbrella like a post-apocalyptic Mary Poppins. Every arrow, trap, and valor surge you unleash will be a strategic ballet of destruction, especially as Aloy starts mastering every tree in her 6-skill forest of chaos. Then comes Burning Shores. Just when you thought you'd tamed the wild, you'll jet south to radioactive Hollywood, flirt with Seika, fight a mech kaiju named Horus, and stop a space cult billionaire from vaporizing half the coast in the name of Ascension. Of course, the end of the world feels like an epic treasure hunt across decaying America.
How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards?
Blackith blesses me this day. Together, we
Baldur's Gate 3. Dive into a richly chaotic world where your dice rolls will determine fate, and kissing a vampire might be just as important as stabbing a devil in the face. You'll craft your hero, or villain, from a smorgasbord of races, classes and hair sliders, or choose from deeply written origin characters who bring baggage, drama, and probably a tragic backstory involving fire. Whether you're a Githyanki warrior with issues, or a tiefling bard who flirts with death and everyone else, you'll shape the story through every sneaky persuasion check and poorly timed fireball. Combat will demand brains, patience, and the occasional barrel explosion. You'll shove goblins off cliffs, light oil-soaked battlefields, and survive by the skin of your initiative roll. The world will react loudly to your decisions, your romances, and your crimes.
This is all we've been working towards.
Route looks good.
We've come to the beginning.
Starfield. A mining gig will go sideways. Visions will blast through your brain like a cosmic TED Talk. And before you know it, you'll be cruising across the galaxy, collecting glowing artifacts while trying not to get vaporized by space pirates, aliens, or your own poor power allocation. You'll become part of a ragtag explorer club called Constellation, basically a book club for nerds who also carry plasma rifles, and unravel secrets that span time, stars, and parallel realities. You'll customize a silent protagonist so hard it might break the character creator. Choose traits like extrovert or raised enlightened. Then jetpack your way across over 1,000 planets where gravity's a roll of the dice and resources wait to be sucked up for crafting, upgrading, or outpost building. Need a break from saving the galaxy? Join a cowboy militia, a corporate dystopia, or the literal cult next door. Ship design will become your new obsession. Want a nimble starfighter? Done. A space truck with 50 toilets? Absolutely. Your moral compass will spin like a grav drive, and depending on who you side with, peaceful emissary or murder-happy hunter, you'll either preserve, betray, or transcend humanity. Silent Hill 2 Remake. A letter from a dead wife will drag you back into a foggy lakeside town that smells like mold, grief, and unspeakable trauma. You'll step into the shaky boots of James Sunderland, whose emotional baggage could fill an entire psychiatric wing, and you'll probably visit one. As you wander through haunted apartments, nightmare hospitals, and depressingly damp hotels, every hallway will feel like a therapy session, run by demons. Armed with a flashlight, a rusted pipe, and way too many bad decisions, you'll fend off twisted monstrosities that look like they crawled out of your subconscious during a fever dream. Combat will be intentionally awkward, just to remind you that this isn't a power fantasy. It's a psychological horror trip, where every bullet counts, and every sound makes you question your life choices. You'll solve puzzles that range from mildly inconvenient to "did Freud write this?", while the music and ambient sounds work overtime to keep your nerves frayed. Depending on how you behave, like staring at disturbing photos for too long or overdosing on health drinks, you'll unlock endings that reflect James's mental unraveling.
The culmination of both their destinies. Welcome.
Dragon's Dogma 2. A dragon will steal your heart, literally, and before you know it, you'll be running across a sprawling fantasy world as the Chosen Arisen, slashing through trolls, flinging goblins off cliffs, and casting magic like a caffeinated wizard with something to prove. You'll build your hero from scratch, from nose angle to vocation, and then summon a loyal, AI-powered pawn who'll stick with you like an opinionated backpack full of medieval advice. Your party will round out with 2 more pawns borrowed from the internet, each bringing their own quirks, gear, and questionable pathfinding skills. Yet somehow, it'll feel like a real squad. And when the ogres come stomping or a griffin dive bombs from the clouds, you'll unleash chaos with physics-fueled flair, clinging to beasts like a fantasy Spider-Man, while screaming spell incantations into the void. The townsfolk will go about their lives, dropping quests on you at the worst possible moments, and monsters will roam every field, cave and shadowy forest edge. You'll pick your fights carefully, manage your stamina like it's liquid gold, and probably throw a bandit off a ledge just for fun. And that's 15 absolute bangers defining what new school gaming is all about. From reality-bending RPGs to cinematic tearjerkers and tactical masterclasses, these games are meant to be experienced. They're all downright bananas, and they'll keep your backlog buzzing for months. So if you're a genre-hopping thrill seeker or a one-game-per-year loyalist, trust us. These picks deserve a spot in your gaming. Now go hit download, roll the credits, and remember, in the world of new school games, one playthrough is never truly enough.
Bow before me. Bow before the absolute. Bow!